live.
I'm complaining and you're tossing me out.
Good afternoon, early evening to everyone. It is 4:31, and we are very proud of ourselves for starting pretty much on time. We're going to consider that on time. Tonight is Tuesday, May 6th, and this is the convening of the Arts, Parks, Libraries, Entertainment Committee. We have reviewed. There's no one who's signed up for public comment, so we'll move on to calling the roll. I'm here. Bradford.
Here.
Cap. Eastlick. Ewing.
Yes.
Hancock. Lee. Stiles. Taylor. You're here. There we are. Vo and Welsh.
I'm here.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so we do have a quorum, and we may have a couple of members coming in soon. So we have two items on the agenda. Resolution, I'll go ahead and, since we have members of the parks and the libraries here, I'll go ahead and read each one of them. If folks have questions, we can address those. If there are no questions, then we'll just move forward with consideration. So thank you all for taking your time to be here with us. And if someone does ask a question, I always forget to do this. Just identify yourself and which department. We know you, but if someone's listening, they may want to hear that. So item number 1, RS 2025-1186, a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement by and between the state of Tennessee, Nashville State Community College, and the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County by and through the Nashville Public Library for the lease of studio space at Nashville State. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second.
In a second, wonderful. Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on this, or any members have any questions? Councilmember Ewing.
Thank you, Chair. I do just have a quick question about what the studio space will be used for.
I am Susan Dry with Nashville Public Library. What the studio space is currently, NECAT, which is the Nashville Education Television Network, has been housed out at Nashville State for 20 years. However, they are changing their policy. We used to be able to have that space for $1, and now we're having to pay rent to be in that space. So until a new studio is ready, we have nowhere else for it to go. So we negotiated, and by we, Mayor's office helped, negotiated renting the space where they are until such time as we have a place to put them.
And hopefully that didn't bite into your budget too much.
Well, if you approve it, then
It will.
we will have the funding for it because it's a part of the mayor's budget.
Okay, thank you. And Councilmember Bradford?
Yeah, follow-up question about finding space. I remember at one point there was discussions by then Councilmember Syracuse for NECAT to move into the old Donaldson Library. Is that still planned, or is that?
That is currently the plan. We are in design development. There is funding to design the space. There is not funding to build it out. So I believe General Services was putting that in their CIB for this next year. So we can plan it, but we can't put it in there yet.
Okay.
All right, thank you for that. Are there any other follow-up questions for the library on this? Okay, thank you all so much. With that, if there's no other discussion, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions, please let me know. Hearing none, seeing no, the motion is approved, passes up, or is approved through this committee. And I think also it sounds like we do have council members, or there are those of us who are interested, so as that moves along the process, if you could just keep us apprised, even if that's just an email. Sure. That'd be wonderful, so thank you so much. Item number 2, welcome back to your phone, put you down here. Item number 2, RS 2025-1194, a resolution accepting the terms of a cooperative purchasing master agreement for sports servicing solutions for the Department of Parks and Recreation. Is there a motion?
So moved.
And seconded? Wonderful. It's properly moved and seconded. Is there any conversation or any questions for the council members before I ask the parks to share any information about it? Since you're here, if you'll identify yourself, just share us a little bit about this particular agreement, and then we'll move forward.
Sure. Phil Luckett, Metro Parks. This agreement will allow us, the specific thing we're going for in there, to allow us to do post-tension concrete courts for tennis and pickleball. It's important because at Cleveland Park, for example, we have unsuitable soils underneath the present tennis courts. There are huge cracks in them. To put asphalt back, you would have to do a rock layer underneath, which would cost $500,000 alone. Even though this post-tension concrete course will probably be a third more expensive than asphalt, in this case, we're still saving $350,000 not having to do that. We can put them right on top of the present asphalt courts. They also will last double the life of a asphalt court, and basically you just have to recoat them every 8 to 10 years. And so if we want to use them in other places, they will be there for a very long time and actually probably are less expensive over time than the asphalt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are these the same, like, little plastic things?
No, sir.
Okay.
We would.
Can I
like
put a plug in to
never-
replace those?
Yeah, we would like to never use those again. That was another department that is represented by this committee, is the arts part that did that, and then
Okay.
the parks did the one at Madison, but we have.
The neighbors did a fireworks show.
And it melted them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to go back and fix them or replace them. Yeah.
Well, yeah, ours hadn't been replaced, but we'll
No, it
talk
is.
about that.
No,
Oh, is it? Okay, I hadn't been out there, okay.
Biscuit.
Good.
Oh, wonderful.
I've been out there about
Wonderful.
a month.
This
That's
also has.
a good first-person example of the difference of the surfaces, so.
That should always be the concrete or asphalt because it's just longevity. There also in this is other items that we ever did, like this also covers like sports fields, artificial turf. If we ever did one, right now there's no funding for any of that, but this has that in there too, so it'll be helpful.
Wonderful. Are there other questions
And
by
then
Councilman? Yes, Councilman.
And it's probably, what company do we contract with this?
Tarquette
Okay.
is who will be doing the company does the work. They are presently they're presently just coming to Nashville, but this is a nationwide Sourcewell co-op contract.
Okay. That's a great question. So anything else, Councilmember?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Just want to check in though, since especially you have the experience already. Are there any other council members with questions on this? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Phil, for being here. Seeing no discussion, no other questions, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Thank you so much. Any opposition or abstentions, let me know, and I'll report those. Hearing none, this is approved. Thank you for being here. And there are just a couple of really quick announcements I do want to make just to highlight, if we have folks listening, but here for this committee, we do have several departments that are underneath our committee that are actually going to have their own budget hearings. One is Parks. So Parks and Recreation will be Wednesday, May 21st at 4 p.m. The library will be on that same day, Wednesday, May 21st at 4:30 p.m. And then we will also be hearing from the Arts Commission the week prior, Wednesday, May 14th at 4:40 p.m. All those will be in the chambers, and I just want to lift those up. So if you have questions, I believe the chair is going to recognize this committee or me as chair to ask questions at the very beginning. So I'll be gathering those together. So just want to make sure folks are, sharing anything that we may be able to be concisely able to ask, or that you're there yourself and able to ask. With that, we also are going to have talk to Interim Director Batchelder with the Arts Commission to have her here at the next meeting, and then we'll add as much time as we can. I'm hoping we'll add 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what the calendar will allow us, just to give time to hear from them, give the full update. Any committee members that have questions before their funding resolution comes before us in the following weeks. So I want to make sure folks are aware of that, and that way hopefully we can handle that in a already scheduled, I know everybody has tight schedules, so hopefully a scheduled meeting that we have here. With that's all I have of just updates are coming that I'm aware of, but just want to make sure folks are kind of got those on our radar. Are there anything else that committee members have we need to share? Or
Can you just repeat the date for the arts
14th.
presentation?
May 14th.
I'm just looking, I'm going to look back at our, we had a good email reminder from our,
There's also a lit drop on our desk with the full schedule.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it is on the, for those looking, it should be on the website under budget, is that right,
Yes.
Hannah?
Yeah.
Because I just reading that off of the email we
is, yes.
received.
It's on there.
Okay.
It's on there.
Thank you, Councilman Taylor, Vice Chair Bo. Is there, Vice Chair Bo, did you have something?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just want to remind everyone, of course, you're all invited. I'm hosting a community pool party this Saturday at J.C. Napier Community Center. They have an Olympic-sized pool, and I want to make sure we highlight, like, our assets, especially our parks and rec. And so we are giving out, like, swimming wear for kids who need them, promoting water safety, swimming lessons, and there'll be grilling out and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, everyone's welcome. So tell your friends and families. We really want the kids to come out.
Oh, that's lovely. That's a great, oh, awesome, thank you. Anything else before we ask for a motion to adjourn? All right, is there a motion?
Move.
All second? All right, well, thank you all so much.